Morning tubers, welcome back for another adventure. You know I like the deals and I got one cooking. I had a friend of mine call me up. We have a tendency to hang out at the Rhinebeck car show. Anyway, he called me up and indicated, I got bugs on the lens here, indicated that he had a all-terrain vehicle for me. So let's go see what it is and go get it. So here we have it, the newest toy. You guys know I'm working on that 185 ATC 185. It's a 1982 version. It does not have front suspension. Well, a friend of mine took a bunch of parts off of this. He bought it without the motor. He just grabbed some small little detail parts. And he put this up for sale. I gave him $100 for it. And what's interesting, it still has the Pro-Am high tracks on it, all three of them. So it still has OEM tires. You got this abomination here, but I think I could cut it off and put a standard lift bar on the back. The rear axle seems tight and she seems to roll, right? The brakes are loosened up, but it's got all four bolts on the rear. The frame doesn't seem to be bent, and I bounced on the front end and it seemed to have suspension. I might have a new brake drum, and I'm going to use the word caliper. That's not the right word. Shoe assembly, I guess, would be the right word for it. I mean, I'm just looking at this thing, and I think I'm better off bringing this back to life. So this is a 1984 model, right? It has the down shift pattern, just like the ATC 185 1982 version. So that would smash right on here, including the exhaust and all. The back plastic's a little different, though I did get a piece. Here's the piece of back plastic I got with it. There's not much left other than the trunk, right? I still have a trunk there, which is pretty cool. So I think, guys, what I'm leaning toward is parting out the 185 and putting everything onto this. From a practical point of view, one, from driving, shifting, and all that, one wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two of them. If you got up close and looked at the motor, one could see the difference. The 185, if you recall, the 185 has quite a bit of rot back here. And the rear axle is locked. I mean, I could do my best to get it loose, but it's really never going to be healthy back through here, right? I mean, there's just a tremendous amount of rot. Right, you can see the wheels. I didn't roll it over and see what the rest of the frame looks like, but it just doesn't look great. So I'm really thinking of pulling the engine and exhaust and whatever parts off of this and moving them over. I mean, this is a pretty headlight. Switches look pretty good. Yeah, I think that other frame came in just in time. I'm just going to make a lot of use of it. Harry also gave me some cables. Cables are always helpful and handy. Air cleaner and some other small pieces that were in a box. He's cleaning up. He has an 84 ATC 200S that he's trying to make it the best it could be, and he's come a long way with it. He needs like a bunch of the detail parts. The dashboard, they're hard to come up with, and if you do get the dashboard, you don't have the push-in that hides the attachment hardware. So that's the annoying stuff when you're really trying to bring these back nice, getting everything that they should have. He's got a nice headlight, a decent bezel. He's even got the guard for it, but for whatever reason over the years it doesn't snap in quite as nice as this one does, though his bezel's in a lot better shape than this is, right? He doesn't have any corrosion on it. You know, these things, the 84 is pushing, what, 40 years old now, so it's hard to get them in really nice shape. He did manage to put his hot little hands on a really nice recoil starter for it, with a compression release, the right cable. I mean, it was clean, the sticker looked good. I mean, that was a nice score wherever he got that from. So these are all my thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Would you try to do something with the 185? You know, the front suspension just makes the 185 so much nicer. I mean, I got these Pro-Am tires, might as well put those right to use. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put something on them, that way they don't rot too much. This must have been stored inside somewhere. The bearings seem good for the back axle here. Obviously the front's been Mickey Moused with a little bit, but that's not too big a deal. I think I got replacement there. I mean, it's still, the pegs aren't all hacked up and banged up, and the brake isn't all hacked up and banged up. The hardware looks like it came off without too much trouble for the front fender. I'm looking at this and just thinking I'll be a million miles ahead putting this together. For anyone who's familiar with the Pine Island, the black dirt region of New York State, I was just out there. That's where this came from. That's kind of a cool area, seeing all the farms. You know, you kind of look, and it's you got really rich soil, and they've been farming onions there forever. It's like swampland that they've just put some drainage ditches in between, so it's not too swampy. And they grow onions and they grow sod, stuff like that. Really cool area. So this thing almost has a little bit of history to it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sure you all share your thoughts. I want to give you all the time. Oh, I would like to thank you all, and want you all to remember, please keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out there and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.